It is, Joe Bradshaw. What's the wood, Joe?
Oh.
And you lined it and stained it?
Yep, stained it and lined it.
And left the inside natural. Nice, very, very nice fit on the lid. Feels
I thought it was yours.
Nothing to complain about there.
How's the top fit?
Nice, snug.
Used to fit better, all this rain made it swell.
And this is Joe again.
That's marble wood.
What is marble wood?
Who knows? Link's forehead and trap had it.
I don't have it.
Well,
Quiet, please. We can't hear.
it's a nice shape. It's got a little bit of an up angle on the edge, and an up angle or a down angle is better than a flat angle. Very nicely finished inside and out.
That's mine. Piece of scrap pecan.
Okay, we're working. Norm's pecan.
It already had that coked angle to it.
That's really
I just
kinda
didn't
cool.
want to do anything.
And here we got oak for sure.
That's my oak.
Oh,
It's not my bowl. It's a piece I brought in.
oh, okay. This Andy Kins?
Who did that? And when did you get that? Like 2 months ago?
Wood?
Yeah.
No, that's actually is an oak tree that my father and I cut down.
Okay. Well, that looks like the oak burl that I brought in.
It's
Big
not,
chunks
it's
of
not
it.
as figured as yours is. I'm not even understanding. This is one of Mark's pens. Mark does all kinds of wonderful work with pens and bottle stoppers.
If you put it on the stand, Bob, it'd be a lot easier to shoot.
Okay.
Because I'm chasing you now.
All right.
That's maple burl.
Maple burl. Okay. Really a pretty piece.
What kind of pen is that?
That's called a Victor. If you buy the Victors, you order them from Timber Bits out of Australia. They're by far the least expensive. I think it's about $10 a kit.
And this is approaching a natural edge, and I like that shape. What's the wood? Is this cherry? Who did this? Somebody did it. It's not signed, so.
It's okay. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. It's anonymous. He's here again. This is anonymous. He's here again. Just a nice little vase form, nicely finished, good shape.
That's mine.
That's Norm. Geez, Norm. Now, this could only be Todd Hartzell.
Wrong.
No?
I like that.
Well,
That's our new member.
Somebody's beginning to copy Todd in doing clever things. So tell us about this.
That's mine. It's just a sculptural work. I've tried to get out of the box a little bit. It's made with brass rings. The base is a lost wood, taking the center out, and the top pieces are color wood plywood.
Very pretty, very nice. I like the cascading and the offset and the line with the base. Very, very nice. And who did this one? And what is it? Cherry. Looks like cherry to me too. Kind of pretty. Your basic bowl, and he did get the edge on an angle. Nice shape, good solid foot, workable bowl.
That's me.
Michael Foreman, tell us about it.
It's a piece of oak. Has some nice figuring in there, and ebonized the inside to contrast the inside from the outside of the bowl.
Yeah, it's a little.
What did you ebonize
it's a
it
little
with?
darker.
Vinegar and steel wool solution.
Okay.
And again, he's dished the rim a little, and it's actually got a little bead on it, so it's kind of a nice effect. And here's somebody who was watching Don Layden's and wanting one up. What is this? By whom? So tell us about it.
Well, it's really a combination of wood, walnut pine, or walnut oak, and some scrap wood.
Nice effect, really interesting that by the way it's cut, you got a much wider rim in here than you do on the bottom that's showing, and a clever detail on the foot. Again, Mike, what's this one?
That's box elder, and I had left it under a tarp in my garage for about a month. And when I started cutting into it, the black was in there. Kind of excited to see that.
Yeah, well, box elder can be really dramatic with the. You don't have a lot of the red in here, but some of the pieces are pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
How did I guess?
Yes. Same piece of wood together.
Nice cherry bowl, nice figure in it, nice shape, good solid foot, serviceable real bowl.
This is crazy.
All right, who's our creator here?
That would be me.
That would be
Where's
you.
me at?
So how many pieces are in this?
1,045, I think.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
What's happening with Scott? Your hand, Bill.
And there's 5 different kinds of woods in it. It's not all that hard. It just takes a while.
Your pattern is beautiful.
Yeah, it's
that is
really a different pattern.
Yep.
I got the plans from Brett over there, my friend Brett. He brought in a bowl a few months earlier, pretty much like that. I just stole his idea.
That's impressive.
And this looks like a bowl, but it's really not. It's
It's
most of a flask.
a Roman canteen in progress.
A Roman canteen in progress.
Turn that part today.
It looks like that wing.
It's an interesting turning challenge on those,
I bet.
because it's multi-axis. Yep, exactly. Tim in an English wood turning magazine showed how to do it. So
It's
you,
almost a sphere. Start, with 2 tabs.
Yep.
Right?
It looks
so it's a bowl in one sense, but to get the outer edge round, you actually turn it on the long axis, and you put marker around the inner rim because you'll never see that round coming around because it's basically a flat piece spinning at you. The marker helps a lot. It's not perfectly round.
Walnut.
Walnut. Yep.
And boy, who did this one? Okay. And the wood is
I'm not sure. I think it's teak, but I'm not sure.
Purple heart.
looks like Purple Heart. Yeah, it's heavy too, like Purple Heart. And the inlay, very pretty, nice shape.
Who did that?
Good
There's a
example.
breakout session on that.
So tell us about them.
That's just a piece of firewood that I saved off the pile. Turned out to be small too maple.
Well,
Split it like that.
as I told you earlier, I've made a lot of these things over the years, and doing them in threes is the right way to show them and sell them.
And they don't have to be perfect spheres.
Oh no, you can do
You
just
can really be
if they're
creative.
just similar. Some of these are candlesticks. Looks like long grain oak, like your oak.
A couple of
Who
pieces
did
of old
these?
firewood that I salvaged.
There you go. Well, Mark's actually spalted some oak that really is
1,000 pounds of it buried in the garden.
unbelievable. And who did these?
That would be me, and that is pear wood from Chatham County.
Okay.
Bradford pear or real pear?
I don't know. I was called by some acquaintances. They said it had an old pear tree, and I don't know what it is.
Pear. That might be a real pear.
Yeah, I think this is real pear because Bradford pear is real red. It's pinky red.
Yeah, could be.
Bradford doesn't have that much grain in it.
Yeah.
No. Now, this is special.
Yeah. No doubt.
That's a real natural edge.
It certainly is. That is the ultimate natural edge.
Yeah,
So tell us about it.
Not mine, I don't know.
So that's mine.
Wonderful piece, beautiful.
Yeah, my son-in-law just brought me this log, and that's a great piece of sycamore, and he does, wood cutting. He grabbed that one out of the pile and brought it over to me, just because it was just big and round and turned in on itself. And I don't know how many other trees do that, but I think it sat there on the floor for a couple months while I was trying to figure out what the heck am I going to do with this thing.
Well,
It'll be cool if I can figure out what to do.
This is what Lars mentioned earlier. Cedars will do this, and you get this kind of a wild edge when you turn them into a bowl. This is a wonderful piece.
This is gorgeous. Yeah.
Take the mouse. The mouse.
Oh. All right. Who did the mouse?
That's mine.
Does he have a life history, or is this just fun?
That's next month's demo.
My daughter. Oh, figured she'd like it. Actually, we got a book in our library recently, Woodturn Toys or Turning Wood Toys or something, and he didn't put the whiskers on it, but I basically got the pattern out of that pretty much.
That makes it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
likes
I
the
like
whiskers?
I like the whiskers. It's really cool. Leather ears, leather tape.
What are the whiskers?
They're leather cord from
On the table, or you want that?
Another beautiful piece. Tell us about this.
It's, I don't know, I thought it was a cool piece of outgrowth of maple.
And what are you doing with the thin walls to keep them from blowing up?
Yeah. They're thin enough.
Well, geez, I don't know. I turn all green wood. And I do mine, the whole thing green. So that's just put it on the lathe and turn one shot. I think the only trick that I would say is turn the outside first, of course, like everybody knows. But when you turn the inside, especially if it's green, you have to decide on the wall thickness before you start cutting into the inside. Because you have to commit to that, and you can't cut it thick.
Right from the get-go.
Yeah, you can't cut it thick and then try to thin it out if it's green, because it's too deep to fly apart. So
You can try.
you can try, yeah.
And you start your edge from the top and leave the mass in the bottom and work down.
Right.
Right, so I go all the way from the outside, I go in, a half inch, you go all the way across to the center,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
go another half inch, and go across.
So do you go about 2 inches deep before you start finishing it? About 2 inches at a time?
He said half inch.
I'm not,
Well, I mean-
understand the question.
Well, I did something.
He said half inch. You go half inch in at a
half
time,
inch in.
at a step.
Yeah, it's just whatever seems natural, but I just go a little bit in, then across a little bit in.
Right, before now you have an edge that's thin and a mass that's holding it together. You finish that edge.
No.
No, you don't finish it?
Todd.
Oh, okay.
Nobody will ever
Yeah,
see.
Moving on.
All right.
Who did this? Tell us about it.
It's ambrosia maple. It's really a Frank Penta design. It's the back embellishment is turned on
Oh, yeah, the
three
triple.
different axes. So I did all that first. Well, actually, I did the rim first. Did
Show the bottom.
texturing on the rim first.
Show the bottom, yeah.
Then did the back,
Gorgeous.
and then chopped it from the center to the back.
First class.
Yep.
Did the middle.
Nice
Oh,
piece
this
of
is
wood.
really
Nice piece of wood.
beautiful piece.
It's a beautiful piece of wood.
Yeah. And you're carving that pretty even too.
Oh, this one weighs about 15 pounds.
Mass is good.
So tell us about this.
That's elm. Branch fell out of an elm tree.
Really?
What about an elm tree?
That's from a branch from an elm tree.
Okay.
Really nice shape. I like the shape a lot. I like the finish. I like the rounded edge. But the inside pattern is really special.
Now, how long was that tree dead?
The tree's still alive. The branch was live when it fell.
They got spalting on it.
Yes. Well, it was.
Live spalting?
Maybe alive.
Don't say. Okay, surprise.
Now you know why the branch fell.
Surprise, surprise.
Big branch.
Okay, tell us about this one.
That's mine too. The wood came from the bargain box at Clingsboro, so I have no idea what it is. I built a router mount for my lathe that's mounted on a machinist cross slice that allows you to move it with 1/1000th of an inch and 2 axes. That allowed it to, that's how you can get that with an indexing wheel. And it's just allowed it to make the grooves like that.
Yeah,
Very,
it's interesting. You
very
can
nice.
just make them
Epoxy
big,
film?
medium, and small.
Have you inlaid these? How did you inlay?
It's inlays. One of them's filled with brass powder, and the other one's just a black dye.
Yeah.
Got some sawdust in.
Really cool. Looks like it could be walnut.
What's your top finish? Your top finish?
That was actually finished with CA.
It?
Is that it, guys?
Tracy, we done? I guess
I
we're
guess
done.
we're done.